To be known in the world of Kenshi is to carve out your path with sweat, blood and tears. Maybe you will end up becoming a bounty placed by one of the main three powers. Maybe you will build a safe haven for your allies in a foreign, fertile land. Or maybe your name will strike fear in the hearts of slavers or bandits. No matter the course, only few can rival the reputation of the maniacal, dangerous Bugmaster. And today we are taking him down. The preparation for our journey started with expanding our ranks. I realized that Ruka was the only Shek ally, which I found to be unacceptable and wanted to change it as soon as possible. With Garu carrying leftover specialist armor, Zesty, Shrike and Agnew embarked on a journey through the swamps and to Squin. At every given opportunity, we stopped to make sure we get any valuable blueprints or spare limbs, and in the occasions when we arrived at the store late at night, we sidetracked to the nearest abandoned labs in search of research artifacts. At this stage in game, I knew I mostly needed AI cores, but it's always good to have two piles of research books at the ready. We hired Kang and Rain the Giant, gave them some power cores and headed up north to hunt a gorilla as I wanted to experiment with something I saw on YouTube. Spoiler alert! The modified technique didn't work and gorilla despawned on the next save load. I decided it is time to spec our team into 3 squads. Heavy, light and crossbows. With that in mind, I made sure to utilize the strength and toughness racial buffs for Kang and Rain while we were so far from the base, which led us to Skinner's Room again. After that, I planned some trading routes and did my best to make sure my team receives the best equipment that will minimize the damage received during the upcoming clash. This meant getting in touch with the Crab Raiders. With a small team, we headed southeast from our base, and soon after, we were attacked by a squad from the nation we were looking for. I think the roaming bands of Crab Raiders are some of the best trained and geared in game, so it's really difficult to deal with them at times. Sure enough, we needed some backup. Unfortunately, even my bestest of warriors got knocked out, and at the end of the day it was Zesty, my goat, who saved everyone else. It took him quite a while, and I was enthralled by the progress of his stats throughout that clash. When it was finally done, the unconscious companions were carried away to our next stop, the Tower of Spiders. With a few ancient science books, we visited the nearby crab village in hopes of getting crab armor blueprints. It turned out it's impossible to obtain as a non-ally of the faction, so Zesty was sent to the lair of their queen, while the rest of the squad busied themselves with mining iron for strength training. The village, unlike roaming squads, turned out to be welcoming, and a recruit inside a local bar caught my attention. With a passionate fan of crabs, Lumi, Zesty spoke to the queen and discovered we had a common enemy, skeleton bandits and the Reavers. From there, we went straight to the local smith, got the blueprints and regrouped with our team. On our way back, we got jumped by samurais with a noble hunter. I saw this as an amazing opportunity for my less skilled warriors and called some of them from the main base to watch them becoming more experienced. Fast forward, it was time to dial up the armor production and switch samurai helmets to the superior crab ones. In the meantime, I sent a few teammates to the nearby spider factory with the task of obtaining AI cores. After the trip, I noticed that a very peculiar world event kept triggering. The anti-slavers became hyper-fixated on protecting Beep, and he was the subject of their attention about 3 times in a row before successfully recovering at the base. I know he is irresistible, but please ladies, get in line. He also kept spoiling me with brand new skeleton repair kits every now and then. These things are like 4,000 cats each. What a sugar daddy, seriously. Back in the base, I put on a pair of crab trousers on Zesty, but the fit check was horrible. I love the black plaid jacket on him, but the bottom is undecided yet. I would love to get him blue rag skirt, since I was thinking of actually turning him into a martial artist with his insane strength and toughness stats. I don't know yet. This dude is a menace, so anything works well here. Anyhow, if you guys have any drip recommendations, let me know in the comments. For my own personal satisfaction, I decided to research the Edge Walkers. For that I needed just one more AI core, so I decided to raid Narcos Trap. We got another free AI course, then had some fun at Okran's Shield. Somewhere on our way back, our outpost got attacked and unfortunately, Fumin perished due to blood loss. It was a mistake on my end as I failed to notice his state and decided to continue with that burden. Our preparations concluded and it was finally time to move out. The journey was long and tiring and also annoying because we were passing through Venge. I hate Venge, man. Past that, it was only smooth sailing. We stumbled upon 3 Hiver caravans in the span of a minute, which I thought was insane. And also I was internally dying seeing how the first caravan was literally chasing us due to their aggressive salesmanship. On our way towards the last stand, I decided it would be nice to get an additional bounty of the berserker named Ghost, so we did that. As I handed the guy over, I noticed how toned Shrike is and oh my god. I'm surprised she's not creating tectonic waves from the sheer power of her muscles. Good god. In the crater, we navigated the difficult terrain and due to my PTSD caused by my first Kenshi playthrough, I intuitively tried avoiding as many spiders as I could. But really, they weren't all that dangerous. This is when it started to hit me that my team is actually rather skilled at this stage of the game. In the throne of the Bagmaster, I sent my heavy squad to charge and send back the brave Garu before surrounding the legendary criminal with my light team. The so-called treasure he was rumored to be in possession of turned out to be a pile of human teeth. Absolutely horrifying discovery, unless you happen to be a tooth fairy. What was the most important thing to me was his highest quality weapon. For the time being, I gave Crumble John 2 Nodachis and I must say he looks so sick with them on his back. We punched our way through hordes of enraged spiders and finally reached Admag, where the stone golem resides. I made sure it was Ruka who carried the Bugmaster on her shoulder and I gave her the liberty of speaking to Esata herself. With Rain, Kang and Zesty, Ruka has been crowned with a title of an honorary invincible and our ranks have received a direct support from Esata's daughter, Seto. The whole adventure, as thrilling as it was, turned out to be surprisingly straightforward, so I thought to myself, why stop there with just one criminal being caught? That was when I decided it's time to venture into cannibal plains. Let me tell you, the journey up ahead was worse than the one we just finished, and not due to the power of our opponents, but because I underestimated the amount of food needed to travel from one corner of the map to another. It didn't take long for us to scout and destroy the villages. The chiefs, the Grand Wizard, the Meat Lord, not a single one of them stood a chance. Not even the hordes of Holy Nation sentinels that tried stopping us on the way to Squin. It turned out that the greatest challenge was the looming threat of starvation, as my malnourished team stood their ground against yet another wave of paladins. Beep, equipped with a scout leg, zoomed across the map to the Flotsam village, got a backpack full of food and returned just in time to enjoy some post-meal slaughter. The ease with which the companions overcame the Holy Nation made me want to line them up in a school trip-like group picture. How lovely. You know how ending slavery in Kenshi actually creates some problems since slavery is the #1 workforce behind almost the entire food production? Well, you don't need that many slaves if there are less mouths to feed. I got you covered! I don't know what I will be doing next, but I can already tell this series will soon come to an end. Because of that, I feel a certain obligation to say thank you to everyone who subbed recently. And I gotta say that I am really all about variety content, so if you don't mind, consider joining the small community forming in here or staying if you are already a subscriber. I will see you next time.